Should you share your fantasies with your partner during sex? I'm Dr. Nazanin Moali, a clinical psychologist, certified sex therapist, and host of the Sexology podcast. Let's settle this once and for all. But first, make sure you are pressing on a thumbs up in the video and giving us a like. This is a question that comes up a lot in my practice. Many people go to the place of fantasy during sex, and if you think this is a new trend, it's been going forever. Most people have these fantasies and it's a natural and complete part of their sex life. I was reading this very interesting article in Playboy from May 1973. The reader was talking about the exact same thing. This person said, during the final moments of lovemaking with my boyfriend, I drift into a fantasy world composed of fragments from D.H. Lawrence, Wing Payne, and Salvador Dali. For example, I sometimes imagine that I'm spread-eagled on a rock altar in a mountain cave. An Aztec priest slowly lifts a knife. Rays of light play across my exposed body and set fire to my breasts and thighs. Always as the blade begins to descend, I climax and the fantasy disappears, like a piece of broken film. I have heard that erotic daydreams are evidence of sexual maladjustment, but I can't accept this theory. I dig my lover, and if the orgasms I experience as a result of my fantasies are a sign of sexual maladjustment, I couldn't survive improvement. What do you say, Miss VW from New Mexico? What I have to say, first of all, that your fantasies are normal part of your sex life. You really don't owe anyone an explanation of your thoughts. Your thoughts and fantasies are totally yours to enjoy. If you're thinking about sharing the fantasy with your partner, you're thinking about maybe you want to make sexual experiences hotter, it's important to be intentional. Because at times I've seen that it can complicate your relationship. Consider whether you and your partner are naturally curious people or you have gut feeling that they might not be okay with it. One helpful hint is that think about how they usually react to sensitive topics in the past. If you feel that they might be neutral to positive about it, the first recommendation I have for you is to take a risk and talk about it. Sharing part of your sexual mind can really make your sex life with your partner hotter. Because sometimes we get into this routine, we think we know our partner and there's no point for us to disclose more or talk about more of their sexual life because we know exactly who they are. But when we are talking about their fantasies and our fantasies, it helps us to get a glimpse into their complicated erotic mind. So my invitation is to bring it up outside the bedroom, kind of ask permission that is it okay if I talk about my sexual fantasies? What do you think about sexual fantasies? And then I would say that kind of like start from the less controversial fantasies and kind of like check in to see if your partner is receptive. Sometimes people get very excited and they want to incorporate it in their bedroom. If you want to incorporate your fantasies in the bedroom, I have few important suggestions for you. One is that create some boundaries. How much do you want them to interact, add things to your fantasies? Who are some of the people that they're okay or not okay to be part of these fantasies? I have couples that are very excited about role-playing their fantasies, and out of blue, one of the partner mentions one of the wife's friend or family member, and that's a huge turnoff for the partner. So talk about, do we want to add people that we know? How much creativity we can add to these fantasies? One safe way of doing it is playing audio erotic of the type of fantasy you're interested in. There's so many great audio erotica in the market that can help you to immerse in your fantasies in a safe way. And then afterward, kind of like you can check in with your partner after each experiences about what worked, what do you guys want differently. And sometimes you might explore with a partner and might be neutral. And something that I've noticed that's very interesting, sometimes a partner might be neutral toward the other partner's fantasy, but when they see how turned on they get by hearing this fantasy, they totally get excited as well. So it's important for having an exciting, long-term, passionate sex life to be flexible, but also to pay attention to your needs and communicate your needs. Maybe you engage in a fantasy once with your partner and you don't like it. This is not the only way that you can spice up your relationship. I curated this exhaustive list of more than 20 ideas of different things you can do to spice up your sex life when it comes to using different positions, toys, scenarios. So it's a very diverse list and it's completely free. It's my gift for you because I know that boredom is really impacting people's sexual experiences and I want you to have excitement in the bedroom. All right, put in the comment, what do you guys think about sharing fantasies? Have you shared your fantasy with your partner? What have been their reactions?